We have this week as a topic, and hopefully this won't take very long, even though I have a long list of things here. There will be links. I have links in the show notes, and I will try. I'm so bad at this. I will try to remember to put all these links in the show notes. So if any of this tech interests you.
Tim will love you if you do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it won't affect him. It'll affect me as I'm trying to put the webpage together. And actually, speaking of Tim, thank you for not taking the mymac.com posts that I do in WordPress out from my posts so that I can copy and paste them for the next one, because it's a pain in the neck trying to do it each time. And copy and paste for some reason doesn't work well for me. We're going to talk about I don't know if you're going to talk about it, Gaz, but I will talk about travel tech, the stuff that I take with me when I go on the road, and the reasons why I take some stuff as compared to times when I take other stuff. So when I travel, I'm either going with an iPad Pro, like I will be doing for this upcoming trip, or my M1 MacBook Pro.
Can I just ask a question? When you're
Sure.
talking about travel here, are you talking about travel with tech that you want to do something with in terms of you're going to do a podcast or some videoing, or are you talking about just traveling like on holiday, something like that?
Both.
Okay, fine.
You know, like when I went to Macstock in July,
Yeah.
When I went down to the USFL football games in Birmingham, I take different tech with me depending on what I expect to be doing while I'm at location. Now, this trip to Long Island, it's just going to be my wife and I, and oddly enough, she has absolutely zero interest in podcasting while we're there. I know.
Can't believe that.
I know it is, and somehow we've managed to remain married for 30 years. And I don't
probably
know if
why. Probably why you've remained married for 30 years.
I don't know if that's a testament to her or a testament to me. Probably her. If I'm going to go to like Macstock or someplace where I expect I'll be doing some podcasting, I will take my M1 MacBook Pro. And regardless of what I'm doing, of course, I'll have my iPhone. For podcasting on the go, I will take, and I just got it. This thing is wonderful. It's the Arturia Mini Fuse 2 audio interface. It's about $150. It's a dual interface. You can plug in up, two microphones without any problem. It's got low noise floor. It's a great little interface. For microphones, I'll do one of two things. In the past, along with the audio interface, I've been taking Sennheiser E835 microphones, which are about $100 each, as well as these. It's the name of the company. I mean, you see this on Amazon all the time. It's stuff that's made in China and people just throw their name on it. But in this case, the ones that I have are from this company called Boseen. They're microphone shock mounts for the SM58 style microphones, about $13. However, when I went to Macstock and when I went down to the USFL game and did a little podcasting down there, instead of taking those things, I took instead 2 Rode NT USB minis, which is those little square microphones that Rode puts out.
Yeah.
And the great thing about those is they were the first company to come out with microphones, USB microphones, that you could plug into the same computer and be able to use them easily separately from one another with the software that they include with it, which is kind of like a mini Rodecaster
Good separation.
Pro. Yeah.
I don't mean separation in sound. I mean separation in the devices. So you can.
And the software that they include with it, and it's all free, is amazing.
Cool.
For a webcam, I've been using the Logitech StreamCam Plus. It's a little square thing, and it's got one of 2 bottoms on it. You can either use the bottom that kind of unfolds that you can put onto a monitor, or it has like a 1/4-inch thread on the bottom of it so that you could put it onto a what do you call it?
Tripod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it works well either way. It's a nice little stream cam, about $100. You can get cheaper ones, but they're not going to look as good as this. For headphones, now here, when I edit this podcast, I'm using Sony MDR 7506 headphones, and they're great. However, when I travel, I use headphones that are about half the cost of that from this company that I've just discovered called One Audio. And it's their Pro 50 headphones. They're about $50 on Amazon. Really super comfortable. As a matter of fact, you won't see this unless you watch the video, but here's the headphones right there. I mean, big cushiony things, and they're great. I really like them.
They're not a bad price either.
Yeah, $50. And they sound, and here's the thing, you can get headphones, cheap headphones, and listen to music and all the rest of that. But most headphones are tuned toward music. If you want studio headphones, which is what you need, because you need to hear exactly what's being recorded so that when you export it, it's as close as possible to what that was. You need like flat response headphones, and the audio, the Sony MDR 7506 and these One Audios both kind of do that, and they sound really good for what they are. Of course,
I'll tell you what. I'm just looking at the UK, and it's got one which is the. I'm just trying to work out if these are the same. Oh no, not sure. They're
are they the Pro 50s or a Pro 30s? They have a 30 one also.
It's not really telling me, but these are a little bit. It says one set is not available, and these are available. They're $36.99, so quite a bit cheaper. But I don't know whether it just says One Audio Studio. It says the model name.
Yeah, so many of these companies have very nondescript names for their products, and it's hard to tell one from another.
Yeah. But I think the ones you're looking at are the next step
different
up, to be honest.
Maybe.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Yes, they are.
But if they, if it's the difference between 36 pounds and 50 pounds for much better sound, spend the extra 14 pounds.
Yeah, definitely. It's just the other ones aren't available. So
that's cool. That might have something to do with it as well. I always take, regardless, a pair of Apple AirPods, not the AirPod Pros. The AirPod Pros stay here, but I'll take the AirPods with me just for something to listen to while I'm either not really editing, but while I'm actually recording the podcast, so I don't have big cans in my head looking like Princess Leia.
It's not a bad look.
No, well, yeah, what was it? Spaceballs, where they were like cinnamon buns or something like that. They just took them off her head and started eating them or something.
Yeah.
I've found these tripod stands that really, really fold up very, very small. And they're from this company called Mic Top Portable Tripod Stands. I have like 4 of those that I keep with me, 2 for the microphones and 1 or 2 for the webcams.
Cool.
I also take with me this thing. It's the New Soul 15.6-inch portable monitor, because even though I have a 16-inch screen on the M1 MacBook Pro, when you've got as many programs as I typically have open trying to record a podcast with audio and video, you need more screen size. And this one is about $150, and you can connect to it via HDMI, USB-C, different kinds.
It's a bit more expensive unless you're a Prime member, but
yeah.
So how do you link that up to your Mac Pro, I assume?
Yeah, right through USB-C, either through a hub, which I'm about to talk about, or directly, because you've got USB on the M1 MacBook Pros. You have USB-C hubs or ports on either side, which is really nice. Good. For connecting all this stuff, I've got a USB-C 7-port hub. It's got 4 USB-C ports, one of which, of course, you have to use to connect up to your computer, and 3 USB 2 ports. It's about $80 from Amazon, and I don't really have a name for it.
It's got, well, I'm looking at the device. It's got 4 USB ports and obviously a male USB-C cable. So wouldn't you put that into your device?
Oh, you're right.
Into your,
You're right. So you do have 4 USB-C ports
so you have
available.
4. Yeah, cool, good.
Yeah. The only thing you have to be careful about when you hook up a bunch of stuff to a hub, if you have any devices that require power, you can easily overwhelm that port on your computer so that it won't be able to provide enough power.
Yeah.
I sometimes take with me a Tenmos rechargeable wireless Bluetooth mouse. And the last thing is a -X USB-C charger. It's got 2 USB-C and 2 USB-A ports for charging various devices, because I'll have my AirPods, I'll have my phone, I'll have the iPad, I'll have, like all these different devices that have to be charged at the same time. And not all hotels provide USB charging ports. So more of them do. I'm finding more and more hotels actually have that. And of course, all of this fits in a backpack. I have cases, cables, and adapters. And anytime you're leaving on a trip and you're taking tech gear that's critical to whatever it is you're going to do, before you leave, lay it all out, make sure it all works in the way you expect it to, then repack it and take it with you. Don't find out once you get there, and I found this out the hard way, that something you brought with you doesn't work. Now,
Really, really annoying.
it is, because you can't always find what it is you're looking for later. If I'm just going for fun, like this trip that's coming up, I won't take hardly any of that stuff. I'll just take my iPad Pro, of course, Apple AirPods. I'll take a pair of Sony MDR-ZX310L headphones.
Are we going to start a new section now on how many headphones you've got?
Yeah, what headphones is Guy using today? Now these are little tiny.
How'd you
headphones.
find those?
I have had these probably going all the way back to the Macworld Expo days, when I wanted to make sure that I had headphones for every single person that was going to be talking, even though I found out later you don't really need to do that unless there's somebody that's remote that they need to hear. But these are very small headphones. They fold flat, and it's easy to pack 1 or 2 of them. And you don't want to necessarily take like a great big huge backpack. If you just want to take like a shoulder bag or something like that, you can fit 1 or 2 of these in there, and it's not that big of a deal.
What's interesting, I'm looking at the website. What's interesting is that they are $24.99 US dollars. I don't know what they are in the UK. They're snazzy little headphones. They're not for audiophiles, of course.
No,
but they're $24.99 without the mic. But with a mic, they're $24.14.
Oh, really? So extra tech means it costs less.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it, Sony.
Wait, somebody in the marketing department said, "What?
Yeah, somebody slap me."
Okay. The other thing I take with me is a Apple Lightning to USB adapter and a Lightning to HDMI adapter, because I will load up my phone and I will load up the iPad with movies and TV shows, just in case the Wi-Fi in the hotel sucks, because who's ever run into that problem? Nobody. And so that way I can connect up either one of those iOS devices directly to a TV set and watch movies. I'll also take that aforementioned USB 7-port hub I was talking about before, the -X charger. Maybe a USB NT USB mini microphone, maybe, not necessarily, but maybe. I'll take Logitech StreamCam Plus if I think I'm going to be doing anything, maybe. Portable tripod stands that I talked about, wireless Bluetooth mouse, USB wired keyboard I will sometimes take with me with the iPad, because even though I've got a smart keyboard on my iPad, it's sometimes a little small and difficult to use. And I will also sometimes, not always, take that New Sol 15.6-inch portable monitor. And depending on where I'm going and what I'm doing, that's the kind of gear that I take with me.
What I'm surprised you've not got on this list, Guy, actually, is a little portable charger, a little battery pack. Because that's one thing
I actually don't have any of those. I don't.
Do you not?
I don't have a single one of those.
I use them quite a lot, actually, especially when I'm traveling. They're just useful. And when we went out on the yacht, of course, I took one then because I thought a few people might want to, charge up their devices.
Charge up in between martinis that want to charge their devices.
Absolutely.
One of those meal
really
courses.
Really important. Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got some, and I always take some, especially when we go walking. I suppose the difference is you're going to take it if you're going to be going on a trip where you might have a long time not near power.
Yes.
Yeah.
So have you got a list like this, or are we going to move on from there?
No, I've got no list like that. Basically, my list created, I'll take an iPad. I'll take an iPad nearly every time I go away, wherever I go, even if it's just for a night or two. I take my iPad. Then obviously I take my headphones, whichever ones I've got available. It's normally these little Sony ones. Actually, I can't remember what number they are, but I've actually recently bought some more Dre's. I would like some AirPods, but really,
honestly, guys, get a pair of the earphones. They sound really good, and they're like $25-$30.
Yeah,
I've talked about them before.
Yeah, okay, I might have a look. Anyway, so I've got those, and I might take some battery packs if I know that we're going to be away from power for some time. But I'm not doing any podcasting or anything like that generally when I'm away. So it's the phone, the iPad, plenty of cables, headphones, and battery packs. What I do take though is I take an extension lead.
Yes.
And obviously a travel adapter, because you go to Europe, we need travel adapters. So I'll always take a travel adapter unless we're going in the UK, but I'll also always take an extension lead, because the plugs in places where you go and stay aren't always in the right spot.
Yes.
So it's useful to have a little extension lead. And the extension lead I've got has also got a couple of USB charging ports on it as well. So it's quite useful.
Yeah, I've got one of those with like a 6-foot cable, and it wraps around it. So it actually I didn't even think about that. It compacts down. It's got like 4 US style power plugs and 3 USB-A ports on it. And the cord that actually plugs into the wall wraps around it, so it makes it really small, about that big.
Yeah, about yay big. So everybody listening knows what yay big is.
Yeah, it's yay big.
Yeah. Cool. I'm nodding my head.
We're all nodding.